Well, hello, everybody, and welcome back to my point of view. Sorry, I got bird seed on my eyes. I just changed the bird cage. Uh, yeah, it's no longer there because that thing's got to go up. All right. So, as we was talking about the Bill of Rights, and I think I covered the First Amendment, first part of the First Amendment pretty well. I'm going to skip right to the Second Amendment because I think freedom of religion and freedom of the press can wait. Those are all rolled into the First Amendment. But I skipped over them and went straight for freedom of speech. Sorry. The Second Amendment. A militia being necessary to the security of a free state. The right of the people to keep and bear arms shall not be infringed. Yes, I know it by heart. Oh my God, I must be some freak. You people amaze me. Okay? First off, the militia being necessary to the security of the free state. That's your police force, that's your military, that's your everyday Joe militia, too. The militia and the military being necessary to the security of the free state. All right, we can all agree with that. We need police officers to be able to deter crime by any means necessary, including deadly force. A lot of people don't agree with that no more. I definitely agree with it. If somebody's being unruly and doesn't want to listen to the police officer and the police officer has to blow their head off, I'm backing the police officer as long as there's video evidence showing that they actively resisted arrest at the point in time they got their head blown off. I won't back the police officer, however, if the person is sitting there in handcuffs in the back seat of the squad car and mouthing off, and the officer just decides, you know what, pull over, put a bullet in his head. No, that's not being a police officer. That's being a dick, and you don't belong on the police force. So, yeah, there are points and times that I could literally say that's not, no, revoke his badge. He doesn't need to be in charge of that at all. All right? So I can agree with that. That's the militia. Well, wait a minute. So the right of the people to keep and bear arms. Well, why would the people need to keep and bear arms if we got a militia creating security? All right. I served in the United States Army. My oath was to defend the Constitution from all enemies, foreign and domestic. All enemies, foreign and domestic. Well, okay. If I'm out to defend domestically, meaning I'm in the country and I'm defending the country from an invader, or I'm defending the country from civil unrest, or defending the country from a natural disaster, not national, natural disaster, a flood or something else. The people are there to rely on me to protect them. Okay, no problem. I'll do what I can for them. Well, let's say somebody didn't read their Constitution. I know I didn't read the Constitution. I didn't even have a civics course in high school. No, they took it out. That was not in the curriculum. We did not have a civics class. I don't know why. That's amazing to me that most school systems any longer do not teach civics, so we don't know the Constitution. Yet they expect us right out of high school to sign up for the military. If we don't know what we're supposed to support and defend, how in the hell are we going to do it? That's my question. Next up is, okay, well, now we have no clue what we're supposed to support and defend, so wouldn't that only take a tyrannical government like we have right now to be able to take those kids and I was one too, so I'm not being degrading. To take those kids that are in military, that never had a civics course, don't understand the Constitution, you need to create a wall, and you are not to let any civilians past this point. Use deadly force if necessary. Okay. Don't know what we're creating a wall for. Don't know why we're protecting politicians. Don't know why we're protecting elites. Okay, let's form a wall. Well, let's say who's behind us is doing something stupid like a genocide. We're supposed to support and defend the Constitution, so are they. So let's just do what they're doing. Well, the thing is that they know the Constitution and they're ignoring it. You don't know the Constitution, so your ignorance allows them to do what they're doing without you turning around and pointing a rifle at them. Huh. Sounds like a pretty easy way to use the military against the people. Just because nobody's taught a civics course. Daggone. Is it that simple? So, getting back, the right of the people to keep and bear arms. Yes, the people to keep and bear arms. All right. When that was written, the best military technologies of the age were included. A matter of fact, they did not remove fully automatic weapons from the Second Amendment as being able to be purchased from Sears and Roebuck. And yes, I do have ads from the 1930s. Buy a 9mm Thompson submachine gun. You can also get it in .45. Fully automatic. Wait a minute. Ain't that a military grade weapon? Yes, it is. It was actually used in World War I and World War II. It was also used by police as well as gangsters. I can understand wanting to get it out of the hands of the crazy gangsters, but that wasn't the way to do it. You see, you can't fight fire without fire. Sometimes you could use water, but when a fire gets so large, they use another fire to rob oxygen away from that one fire so that they extinguish themselves. I've seen oil rigs on fire, and they place a little bit of dynamite and stuff at the bottom of it, blow it up. All of a sudden, they ain't got no oxygen. It's out, and then the only thing that's left is a spout of oil going up in the air, and then they cap that off. Wow. So the people need to be able to, when they're faced with a genocide from a tyrannical government, or the government has become so enamored by itself that we need to put a wall up between us and the government. That's what that part of it's for. That's why the right of the individual person to keep and bear arms shall not be infringed. Because the person, individually, until the militia can get there, has to defend themselves. Yes, has to defend themselves against the criminal. Until the militia can be called in. Whether that be the police, the military, whatever. Until they can get there, an American is expected to stand on his own. For anything. Stand on his own. That's why the Bill of Rights was written. Because it's the person first. Then the state and the militia. Then the government. And that's the way it's supposed to be in this country. The individual first. Well, that's it from my point of view for tonight. Y'all have a good one.